Greetings, part 2 of the pond renovations. So it's been a labour of love, but we've managed to get the big blue pond pretty much to where I want it now, with the big driftwood and everywhere in there. We've got some turtle species in this pond. We've also got turtles in this pond, turtles in that pond, and there's another pond out the back. It's also got a couple of turtles in it. So yeah, we've gone a bit turtle crazy, but yeah, I've got a young son and another young one about to be born, so kids love turtles and lizards. I grew up with them, so my kids can grow up with them. Anyway, back to the reno work. We've just pulled out the old IBC turtle pond filter. So this is the new rainwater tank filter. Now I'll show you guys how I built this. It's not finished being plumbed in yet, so I'm going to video that today for you. Just give you a bit of a look inside. The only plumbing we've done to it is the wastegate down the bottom. And the reason why this has taken so long to get to this point is I've been waiting for some plumbing supply parts to come. Now with the cost of everything these days, pipe fittings are expensive. So despite the fact I have a huge amount of them here, the ones I needed, I didn't have. So they're taking nearly 3 weeks to get here, but they're here. So what I used to use on a lot of these tanks and barrel filters for the overflow, for the tap valves, were these. Just your PVC solvent and or screw-in cap end ball valves. Now the only problem with these is those red handles get very, very stiff when they're outside in the sun, in the weather, and then you go to do a water change and you almost have to use vice grips to move the handle sometimes, and occasionally they'll snap off. So the solution to that is we've bought these ones. Now these ones are a lot more expensive, but it's so easy to turn, like 2 fingers move it. Now you get these from rural supply shops, plumbing shops, irrigation shops. Cost wise for a 50mm one, it'll set you back anywhere from $60, $65 to maybe $88 depending who you go to. I hunted around and I managed to get these ones for a really good price. I got 2, and I used these like for the first time on the big blue pond makeover when I did that filter, and I just found that overall they're so much more user-friendly to use and they just last a lot longer. And when you're busy like I am, and these ponds are pretty much self-maintaining once they're set up properly and you only got to do minimal maintenance, you don't want to be dicking around having to go to the workshop, grab some pliers or multi-grips, come back out and yank open a ball valve just for it to seize up again. You know, we don't want that. So simplicity. So yeah, anyway, let's get this filter plumbed in. Now that we've got the old IBC removed, the pond's mainly drained at the moment. Need to get the water back in there today. So that's the pump down there. Now this pump is mounted internally, whereas the pump on that pond was mounted externally. The reason for that being is that was originally a shark tank. It was marine, fully marine. We had reef sharks and that in there. And as a general rule for those type of sharks, you don't want to have electromagnetic fields inside the tanks because it can really stress them out. But in this was always fresh water. So we're just going to leave the pump where it is and use the pre-existing pipes. So this is going to come off into a T-valve. T-valve will split to go to the filter and then go to the UV, which will plumb up along the fence there and then back in for the overflow. So the UV will be plumbed independently, but it'll all be on the one pump this time. Instead of having a separate little pump that was running the UV, chewing more electricity, better off just using T-pieces and split your piping. One pump, one lot of electricity, way more efficient. Same with these ponds here behind me. We've got one little barrel filter there that my son helped me build the other day. I had a filter on that I originally built and it was just a catastrophic failure, which is sitting over there on the ground, ready to go to the dump. But this here will become a pond eventually, not too far in the future. And yeah, that pump will move into this pond, plumb into the filter, which will pump into the green pond, will then overflow into this, and then it'll just be a big loop. So 2 ponds, 1 pump, 1 filter. Save on the electricity cost, guys. All right, I'll give you an update in a second. Cheers. Okay, so we've gotten this part of the plumbing done. So this here is the UV sterilizer. It's all plumbed in. So the intake pump is there. The water will come through, hit this T-piece and split off and come this way. This will go into the filter, which I've now got to install the spray bar in. And then it will come off down here with a one-way valve, or a ball valve I should say, that I can manually turn this to adjust whatever the flow is that I want to use. If I want the UV to have maximum flow or minimal flow. Goes through the UV, back up along there, up, and back into a directional overflow out there. So that's how we plumb in the UV. That's done. Now we just need to do the spray bar for this. This is quite easy to do. We just got a 50mm bulkhead down there with a ball valve like I explained. Another 50mm bulkhead here. This is a one-way valve. There's a flap in here that goes like this when there's water pressure. As soon as the power turns off, that shuts. This stops this from back siphoning back into the pond. Now we've just got to put the overflow on. Just going to go around the front, just there. And then yeah, spray bar, overflow, and we can put all the media back in it. Stay tuned. Okay, so we've now got this all plumbed up. So you'll see now, this is the intake bar. So it comes across from this side, I'll show you. Pumps in from the pond till it hits the T intersection, breaks off through the one-way valve, comes through here, comes across and goes straight down there to the bottom. And on the bottom is holes in the spray bar pointing down. So the whole idea of that is the water shoots to the bottom. There'll be bigger rocks on the bottom of this, and then all the finer media above it. So it'll eventually flow up through the finer media, and then it will overflow here. This is the overflow. Just a 90mm rainwater head, which you can get from Bunnings. It's not the prettiest glue job in the world, but I'm in a hurry because it's getting hot and I need to get this pond filled back up. So it doesn't need to look too crash hot. And then this is what I designed now for the overflows. This is actually a rainwater downpipe for your gutters. You can probably see some older ones up there off my gutters. And yeah, I managed to adapt them like this because I like the blade effect that it has, like a waterfall when it comes out. So that's what we'll be using for the overflow on this one. But yeah guys, that's how you plumb that up. You got a wastegate at the bottom for when you want to do a water change and empty the filter. That's your spray bar, that's your overflow, and it's all in position. Just got to glue this on and start putting all the media back in. Alrighty, let's get this done. Okay, well, we've finally got it all plumbed up. It's all ready to rock. All the plumbing's done. All the wiring is temporarily done. Salvaged some of the plants from the original filter. They're a bit wilted at the moment because they've been on the ground. But all the media is in there. It's half to 3/4 full of media. I've had to use some of it for some other stuff. We've got the overflow all done. Sit there. So now we just got to fill the pond up. And while it's filling up, I'm going to do a little bit more work tidying this all up. Got heaps of crap to throw out. This is all going to have crusher dust through here, some railway sleepers for edging, and we're going to put in about probably 20 centimeters of Mary River gravel all the way through with stepping stones, so it's going to look great. But that's where we're up to at the moment, guys. So that's pond renovations part 2. Hope you enjoyed it. Stay tuned. Be another update in a few weeks.